What's up, y'all? Good morning. So, I was listening to another one of Pastor Keon Henderson's sermons, and this particular sermon was entitled The Blessing Algorithm. During the course of him speaking about the algorithms, that's all of these things that's going on nowadays. I guess AI utilizing this thing called an algorithm on these different social platforms such as Facebook or shall we say YouTube and things of that nature, Google, things like that. He was speaking about the fact that a lot of people seem to think that YouTube is maybe like a website. And he said that YouTube is not a website. He said, I'm not sure if a lot of you all realize that, but YouTube is not a website. He said, YouTube is really actually basically like a university. And so once he said that, y'all already know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know right then and there I about got my word. But I wasn't quite sure if I had actually, really got it yet. But as he proceeded to talk, the more he began to talk and go into his sermon, I just said, Keita, yeah, you got your word. So I started thinking about this whole word that he's saying as far as, or this statement that he made, saying that YouTube is a university. YouTube is a university. Think about that. You can go on this thing that we have now called YouTube, and you can look up any and everything that you can think of. You can look up about anything that you think of, and you can find out how to do things. You can find out how to do something. We didn't have that. We didn't have that, and the people before us and the people before that did not have anything like that. Okay, you pretty much had to go to school, be it college, a trade school, something. You had to go somewhere to be able to gain the knowledge in what you wanted. So the fact that many people nowadays don't know how to do a lot of things is really actually our own faults. It's our own faults because you have a tool that's literally at your fingertips that will give you all the information that you need to do what it is that you need to do. When I'm talking about YouTube, because my mind, is steadily thinking. My mind thinking YouTube, is thinking Google. Both of those are both products of Google, okay? So you can use the same email and password that you sign on to your Google account with is the same email and password that you can use to sign on to your YouTube account, okay? Both of these things are universities. You can go on Google. Okay, Google, what is this? Google, what is that? Google, do you understand me? And you can get all the answers to just about anything that you could ever think of on there. So again, there is no reason why we as people are, I guess, as limited in knowledge as we are. We limited because we limited in ourselves. Let me tell y'all something. This business that I'm doing right now, do all these little pieces that I have that are parts of my business. Do you understand that I have Googled a number of things? Now I have degrees now. Okay, let me make that clear. Takita Bell has 3 degrees in business, but going to school is theory. Going to school is theory. It's giving you the gist of. Whatever it is that you obtain your degree in. But as far as you actually getting out there and performing and working and doing that thing, you know what I'm saying, that you obtain a degree in, you have to gain experience. And you have to build upon the knowledge that you already have received. Well, since obtaining my degrees, okay, in these last couple of years, the way that I have gained additional knowledge is via YouTube and Google. It's via YouTube and Google. All right. A couple of years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I began to pay for a website. The website that I currently have now. Okay. A fully functional website that I have right now. I was paying for it for about 2 years almost before I ever had anything on it. Me and my oldest son, we sat down, I remember, in my kitchen, and all I was trying to do was put my first book on there. I just wanted, because people kept on saying, Keita, you need to have your book, be selling it yourself other than just on Amazon. Have it just on your own website. And a college friend of mine, she had ended up taking my class, The Author in You. She lives in Maryland, and we did it on Zoom, and she did the class, and she was able to finish up the rest of her process because she was just about finished writing her book. But it was so many holes, I say, as far as things that were missing that she didn't realize. Like, I don't know about proof books, so I don't know about the editing, I don't know about formatting, I don't know about it was so many parts that was missing that for her to complete her book, she didn't know what to do. So she took my class so she can learn the rest of the parts so she can go on and finish up her book. Well, once she finished up her book, came out beautiful. Her book came out beautiful, it did. And she ended up sending me the link to her website. Website looked beautiful. I could see it looked like somebody very professional did. This particular college friend, she's a lawyer. And I'm thinking like, oh wow, I'm telling my son like, I need to set up my website, And so we struggled and fumbled and stumbled and bumbled and everything else that means that we could not figure it out. So basically, I kind of threw my hands up for a while. And so then I reached out to one of his friends, via Messenger. And because I know his friend has this digital background. His friend used to work for, I think, somebody like TNT or something to that effect. So I know that his friend, and he was the person that did the first interview on me on my first book. I knew that, okay, he should know something about, all of this digital stuff. And so me and him, our schedules couldn't seem to align. So that failed, that particular, plan, it fell through. So I went through the whole rest of that year. And I want to say this could have been in late 2022, early 2023. Could not figure out what to do with this website. Went all through 2023, couldn't figure it out. Okay? But then all of a sudden in 2024, after a number of things aligned in my life, I sat down to my computer. Okay, I had got to looking up different things. I sat down to my computer and I opened up my website, went to it, www.com, and I looked at it and I got to clicking on things, and it was just like, what? The light bulbs got to coming on, and before I knew it, I built my entire website on my own. My entire website on my own. Different things that if I was wondering about, whatever, I was going on Google. I finished my website, y'all. Go check my website out. Check it out at www.newlevelnewuacademy.com. It's the letter U. www.newlevelnewu, that's the letter U, academy.com. I put that website together, y'all. I did it off of Google. Another example. Okay, or with the help. I say with the help of Google. Didn't know the first thing. Okay, did not know the first thing. Spent 2 years paying for something that was not being utilized. Another example. Again, my business, my company emails. I have 3 business emails, okay, that are all, for my different entities that make up or that are up under New Level New You Academy. For each of these entities, I have a different email that are my business emails. Well, the company that I work for, which most companies, the emails that you have, that's whatever your name is at yourcompany.com, those emails typically come through Outlook. Okay, they are Outlook products. Okay, and so the IT people in my company put my business email onto my phone. So then when I would be at home or wherever, and when I'm out of work, I can always get my company emails. Well, it ended up blending in with my regular emails, the company, for the company, my regular job that I work for. And it started creating issues where I was not able to sign on to my own emails that I pay for. That's for the business that I'm building, okay? My multi-million-dollar empire that the Lord done said, this is the purpose that I have on your life. I can't get to my stuff because every time I try to go in and sign on to my emails, okay, it started about last summer. Every time I try to start going on to my emails, it's telling me you don't have the permission, or this particular email don't have permissions to sign on to this company, because it does some kind of way intertwined, and it thought the system was thinking that I'm trying to sign on these emails into my company, into my job's email. So it was blocking me, kept on pushing me out. Oh my God, I wasn't able to hardly use my emails, okay? Some kind of way I figured out how to, I guess, make it where I'm signed out. I some kind of way signed out of the email, but still it just kept on making these error things, and it would make it difficult when I would be trying to go on to those emails. Like I'm trying to send out newsletters and things like that for the month. When I'm doing those different things, I keep on getting these error messages, and this has been going on for months, y'all. And I kept on saying, I gotta figure out, I gotta go talk to these people in IT. I need to ask them, how can y'all get this stuff off of my phone? Get it off, something's going on, because it's happening, because I have a MacBook. So all my products, everything, iPhones, MacBook, iPad, everything is intertwined, okay? So on all of the different things that I have, okay, when I go on it, every time I go on the email, it's giving me the same response from the phone, same response from the iPad, same response from my MacBook, okay? And so I just been frustrated about it, y'all, for months. But this is the example of how I'm telling you that a lot of the stuff that we don't know it because we're not taking the initiative to find out. I had not been taking the initiative. I mean, I kept on being bugged about it, and I kept working around it and just letting the error messages and all of this make me have to take all day to do the things I had to do, when I could have sped up the process if I would have just either A, probably went to my IT and said, hey, y'all, I need y'all to help me, or either B, looked it up on Google. Well, y'all, guess what? Friday, I went on Google when I got off of work. I went on Google and I looked up how to remove an email, because not sign out of it. I'm saying literally remove this email from my system, from my Outlook, where when I go onto my Outlook, I only see the 3 emails that I own that go for my business. I don't even see that one as an option to sign into. How do I remove this email from my Outlook? And then I had to be specific, because different things that you do on Windows, you don't do on MacBook most of the time. It has slight differences. Well, I looked that up, y'all. Well, I looked it up, and it told me right where to go. It took me a minute kind of to find the exact whatever, and then it said go over here to this wherever, select that email, go down, push the plus or the minus. You know what I'm saying? I pushed the minus, and then it said, you sure you want to do this? Heck yeah, I'm sure. This thing been getting on my nerves. Bloop, I hit it. It was off. It was off, okay? So Pastor Keon Henderson know what he's talking about when he's saying that YouTube is a university, okay? And I'm telling y'all, Google is a university. There is no reason, no way, no nothing why we all should not have the type of knowledge that we seek. We just have to get out here and seek it.